guys, Flowering Magi here, Flowering Magi Oracle. What's up, my Magis? I just wanted to let you know that the full moon is on the 17th. The next new moon is January 31st. So I just wanted to, I said the new moon on the 2nd and the full moon on the 31st. Full moon's on the 17th, the next new moon. But that might have been a serendipitous message. That these next couple moon phases are going to be very powerful. So that being said, make a wonderful day, and let's grow together. All right, Leo, welcome to your new moon reading, 2/22, February 2nd, 2022, 222. And the full moon is on the 17th. The new moon is in Aquarius, which is about seeing the bigger picture. So we're going to use the Sacred Light Oracle infused with light, as well as sacred geometry to help raise your vibration. These cards keep coming up in the cut, especially this one, which is Ascension Flame, Fire Energy. Let's see if they become part of the story or not. Angels, ancestors, divine guides, spirit, the great power that holds up worlds, first source and center, the fountain of the all, the power that creates worlds. Please fill this space, infuse it with your light and your energy, and protect this transmission and the message so that we may see clearly with no interceptions, interference, distortions, or tricksters. For the one, for the all, for the highest good, infinite gratitude, and may we also be of service to the divine as we call upon you for your service. What is the overall message for the collective of Leo for this full moon energy? Okay. Wow. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart, or you might be close to the Cancer cusp. Because this came out on the bottom of the deck for Cancer. I'm sorry, let me just adjust. Okay. Touch. Okay, there we go. And then also this card came out for Taurus. So interesting. So we have Lord Melchizedek, indecision, ego-based actions, and lifestyle change. This is about the energy of this is a new deck, so I'm still working with it and loving it. I love it so far. It's been so right on time. So it's about ascended masters and angels, the energy of them coming in and assisting you with their experience, wisdom, and knowledge. Which wisdom is experience and knowledge applied. So Lord Melchizedek is a true leader of the spiritual hierarchy. A multi-dimensional being and Lord of the First Ray, he is a teacher for those who choose to free themselves from the bounds of ego to reach a higher state of being. Observing your path with great interest, he will assist you to know your soul more closely and help you connect to your own divine cosmic presence. Allying with Lord Melchizedek is an intense experience. Not everyone is spiritually and emotionally ready to create this connection. Your crown and third eye chakras receive intense downloads of energy that often needs rest for integration. This higher source of knowledge is only accessible by making clear choices to remove ego-based patterns and choices. Standing with his rod of power, Ascension Guide Lord Melchizedek asks that you be clear with your decisions. You must learn to assert your authority by embracing your autonomy. Just like a stern father figure, you must stand up for yourself and refuse to let people push you around. It is time to do things differently. Allow Lord Melchizedek to illuminate personal ignorance and ego, as you can make clear choices that support your lifestyle. Being clear with what you expect from yourself and others will negate any anguish or anxiety you have about connecting to the sacred light of your soul. Embrace your inner spark. Become what it is you seek. Stand alone if you must. Ascended Master Lord Melchizedek. Sacred crystal, clear quartz, Affirmation. I respect the authority I am given. My choices bring respect and achievement. All right. Yeah, and look underneath. Energy attachments. Energy exchange, negative influence, self-sabotage. All right, so it's time to clean out our closet, right? And Lord Melchizedek is here to help us with that. Pardon me while I took a sip. And my readers. Excuse me. Scales of karma. Cycle of disharmony, creating new traditions, unfortunate events. Life can often become a balancing act. Juggling your physical needs with the needs of those around you, including family, can sometimes challenge your love life. Giving without the expectation of receiving is one way of achieving a better state of karma. You must look to find positive experiences from harsh lessons. When people feel good, they do good. When feeling down, people are more likely to throw emotional and energetic daggers toward those who have hurt them, even if it's only temporary. You must be self-aware, as your emotional reactivity will dictate the balance of the energetic scale. Any negativity or toxicity can be purged now if you are willing to open your heart space and detach from these cycles. The benevolent ascended master Mahachohan, Chohan, I'm hoping I pronounced that right, seeks your understanding. Teaching light seekers of the spiritual and angelic hierarchy, his learnings encourage the soul to balance and correct its journey back to the Sacred Heart. His white headscarf reminds seekers to create more positive and loving interactions with purity to keep your scales better balanced. The Blessed Mahachohan asks you to be aware of your conscious thought of others. Speaking negatively about a person only continues to further a cycle of negativity. Snap out of it. Acting in the heat of the moment will leave you red-faced and embarrassed. Examine the brightness of your love light. Protect your heart, but keep it open. Sit with the unfortunate, for they will see you as I see you. Ascended Master Mahachohan. Sacred Crystal Amethyst. An affirmation: I relinquish control over expectation. I am free. So that's the energy we're dealing with here. This full moon for you. Eventually I'm going to get a new set up here, a new system. Once I get settled. I'm in a temporary location, so forgive me for it not being as accommodating to a reading as I would like it to be. We'll use the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck to see what energies we're going to. 1. Release for this full moon. What are we releasing? Or what needs to be released? And what are we manifesting? Beautiful. Bottom of the deck, Harvest Moon, Fruition. If we're thinking of a timeline at all, this would be in the fall, the autumn of 2022. But something is coming into fruition, something is blossoming. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. We have self-love here for releasing, because we release what we no longer need or what we don't want or what doesn't serve us to be transmuted by the moon. releasing. The moon in the tarot represents releasing things that are trapped under the surface, that deep emotional watery energy, allowing things to come to the surface so they can be released and acknowledged, so that you have, because these are the things that interfere with your intuition, with your communication with the divine. Old energies, old pain and hurt and belief systems that distort your connection to yourself, and it's just interesting that this came out as release. So let's get we're going to use the Tarot of the Moon Garden to clarify the oracle card that we're releasing. Self-love. Clarify self-love. Five of Pentacles was, I didn't see it flip over, but it was flipped over, which is a lack, something missing. I'm just going to pull one more card because that card was in another reading, so I might have put it back that way. But that was like two readings ago. But anywho, yeah, I was just going to say Two of Cups on the bottom. I feel like some of you may feel like there's a lack of something like love in your life. And if any of you are looking for a relationship, if any of you are looking for love, if that's something that you feel is missing from your life. Self-love, and we have 5 to 6 here. 5 going to 6, motion forward. They say it also represents synchronicity in the tarot. Self-love, we have, when we want to attract love, the best way to attract love, divine love, a love that you can trust, is to radically love ourselves. This is about beginning a ritual of radical self-love, the energy of this card. And self-love is how you attract real love, quote unquote. And we must also remember that relationships and things like that, failed relationships are not failed relationships. They're lessons. It's a living, learning experience. It's only becomes a burden when you hold on to it, when you focus on what you don't have or the loss of that. But the reason why I said that is because we have, look, oh, and the reason why I said that, I mean, is because, well, the reason why I'm talking about relationships, because we have the Two of Cups. And this is Two of Cups on the bottom. That's love. That's an offering of love and commitment. Whether it's within yourself, the emotional and mental part of yourself, or if it's with someone else. But it is an offering of love, partnership, and commitment. But we have the Seven of Staffs here, which can be about having a strategy. It's also about, like, you know, it's weird because it's about having, it's like somebody is plotting against you or strategizing, or someone's talking about you or spreading lies about you, or being dishonest, deceitful. But it's also a card about strategy because it's like, you know, sometimes... Anywho, I'll leave that alone. But it's just interesting because we have the Empress here, and this is the card of self-love. This is the card of self-care. This is the energy of Venus and the moon as well. But this is Venus. This is about, the Empress is about self-care. Self-love, self-care, self-nurturing. It's almost the same character, right? And the Empress represents earth energy. She represents abundance, overwhelming abundance. But look, when you look at the cornucopia of blessings that she's sitting on, this is you claiming your power, your ability to manifest, your strength and knowledge, taking care of yourself, listening to the universe, listening to your intuition. This is also like the Midas touch, that 777 energy. But what I'm feeling here is this is about you. This is self-care. It's almost like the Five of Pentacles is like this is like some kind of lie or something interfering with you taking care of yourself. But I feel like this is more of a strategy, developing a strategy, a ritual to take care of yourself, to decide to love yourself more. Seven of Staves. The card, it's kind of, the Seven of Staves is kind of throwing me off. So we're releasing maybe an untruth or a misconception or deception. But self-love and self-care, taking care of yourself is releasing to that will bring in abundance. Will put you back in a place of power and connection. I mean, because this energy, the divine feminine, this represents divine feminine energy. And look at the stars around her head. All right, let's move on. See if more becomes more comes out. And then we have interesting. We have 32 and 22 here. We have trust. This is what you're manifesting, trust. Knowing that you're loved and protected. Knowing that you're loved and protected. Let's read trust. Here we go. So we got 32, and that's more 5 energy. Moving through something difficult, moving through a challenge. Trust yourself, develop self-trust, and joy will follow. You can rely on your own capabilities, begin to plan carefully for the future. It is the beginning, and I trust myself in all things. Apart from the trust we might develop spiritually with our higher power, self-trust is the basis of all other trust. Self-trust is a surety that we can rely upon ourselves, that our decisions are valid, that we ourselves matter, that knowing ourselves combined with trusting ourselves leads to better, more informed decisions about all aspects of our life, including career and relationships. Self-trust is far more than a flashy show of confidence. It is deeper and farther reaching than that. It is security at the very core, that no matter what, our wisdom matters and it is best. It allows for flow and for faith in oneself and the way you do things, moving and choosing in the world. Self-trust is a full acceptance of self. As accepting oneself becomes easier, then self-trust will begin to shine. This gives great momentum to anything we choose to tackle or do. Our ancestors saw spring, the great thawing, as a new beginning. They would walk the marshes and plains and find newly laid eggs. More than just a symbol of fertility and new hope, the eggs meant that the worst of the cold was over and that new life was really here. The egg moon was a time of celebration and rejoicing. Self-trust and self-love here. Interesting. Interesting. And what did it say? The second card is what? Wisdom. And let's just read what it said. It is security. Self-trust is far more than a flashy show of confidence. It is deeper and farther reaching than that. It is security at the very core, that no matter what, our wisdom matters and it is best. No matter what, our wisdom matters and it is best. This is what self-trust is. Wow. It allows, okay, and I read all that. That's, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm bugging. Self-trust and wisdom. Yep. Yep. Developing and learning that skill, Three of Pentacles. We have justice, which is learning how, making right. There's those scales again. The scales of karma. Justice. Making that right decision for yourself because you trust yourself. Major Arcana, you got the Empress and Justice here. Balancing those scales. We have trust and wisdom. I feel like trust and wisdom are what are balancing those scales. Self-trust and wisdom. And then we have the Moon, which is more Major Arcana, 3 now. And this is Pisces energy, and this is Justice's Libra energy. Just in case, I don't know, this responds or translates that way for you to. But this is what we were talking about: releasing things from the the depths of your watery ocean, your emotions, things that need to come to the light, to be transmuted, so that your intuition comes through clearly, your connection to your self-trust and your wisdom. So there's nothing interfering with that connection. And then we got the King of Swords. So this is, you know, the King of Swords. I mean, this is someone who trusts their wisdom, trusts. This is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this is you in your wisdom, trusting your connection to spirit and your intuition, as well as your mental the decisions you make, the choices you make, the way you express yourself, the way that you think, your knowledge and experience. This is you. And then we have the Page of Staffs. All right, I need to do a couple. Seven of Staffs. Why is Seven of Staffs here? It's either this idea that releasing this idea that you don't deserve self-love, or you don't, or maybe you'll never find love. This is a deception. I feel like that's, for some of you, that's the message. Again, this is a collective reading, Leo, so we have to kind of be general and cover all the bases. Seven of Staffs. Oh, I'm sorry. Seven of Staffs. Oh my God. I apologize, Leo. Seven of Staffs. I'm thinking Seven of Swords energy. No, Seven of Staffs. Okay, stop it. That's why. Thank you. That's why no card came out. Seven of Staffs. Oh, my apologies. Seven of Staffs is you standing your ground. You standing in your power. You fighting for yourself. Seven of Staffs is with that big tree in the middle. I feel like it's putting yourself first. Page of Staffs. See, this is what happens when you haven't had enough water all day. Yeah. Interesting. The Lovers, a healing, a divine union, orchestrated by Archangel Raphael, the divine energy. But Page of Staffs. What came out with, so pages are announced, there's this announcement, some exciting news, a message coming in. It can be growth, development, and learning, because the pages are apprentices. They learn, they're assistants, they're helpers, and they're learning as they go. But again, they bring in messages, they bring in announcements, and this can also represent people, younger people in your life, if that translates to anybody. But we have the Four of Swords came up with this, Leo. So the fire energy is definitely you. The Seven of... But I still want to know the Seven of Staffs. What are we... Okay. Now it all makes sense. It is something that... well, there's something... The Devil came up. And just notice, like, the... Well, it's gone now. This is that Five of Pentacles. This is whatever it is that you think you're lacking. Whatever this energy is, you need to release yourself from this energy. Whether it's a toxic relationship, whether it's doubts and self-doubt, worries, anxieties, just negative energy that you're attached to. And then what's weird, because we have the Six of Wands, this is your energy. This is a card of victory, recognition, validation, support from a group of people who want to see you succeed, want to see you win, and support you. And then we had the Fool, but the Fool was in reverse. The Six of Wands can be about recognition. But this came out with the Seven of Staffs. Is there someone who didn't want to see you shine or rise or be recognized or validated? Because the Fool in reverse can be about, you know, making, you know, being reckless, not having faith. Because upright, it's taking a journey, a leap of faith with an open heart. Very little baggage. You know, the white rose represents innocence. You know, there's a journey ahead and it's hard, but this was in reverse, which usually means, you know, just kind of being reckless and not having faith in the universe. And, you know, the Fool is a new beginning. And I feel like the Seven of Staffs, you're fighting, because Seven of Staffs is about standing your ground. It's about fighting for what you want and using your power. And it's kind of an energy of also being, you know, on higher ground. And you have the Six, which is also about kind of being exalted, lifted. It's almost like until you recognize the power of loving yourself, and all those who love you, that's what's keeping you from moving forward. I don't know. This reading is very... You know, this is disharmony, like it was saying, creating new traditions, unfortunate events. Because the Page of Staffs is here with the Four of Swords. This is about putting something to rest. Like there's because it's interesting because you have the scales of karma here, and then you have justice here with the scales. Lady Justice here. Which justice is about making something working out in your favor, making the right decision for yourself. Cutting out what you don't need so that the scale balances again. And we have the King of Swords. Yeah, because then this way your mind will be clear. You know, when you release and trust, your mind is clear. You're able to see clearly. You're able to make those choices. Because remember, we got indecision with Lord Melchizedek, and this is the King of Swords is the opposite of that energy, the direct opposite of indecision. The King of Swords knows what to do, knows what choice to make. He has the wisdom, and he trusts his wisdom. So the scales will be returned to balance when you trust yourself, when you have self-trust and self-love. Whatever this is that's making you not, that you need to manifest self-love, that you need to some of you may, I'm so, there's just so, it's not quite clear yet, but I'm hoping that it's resonating with you. And it's like this energy attachments, energy exchange, negative. Let's read this, because this is the same, these are the same energies almost. What number is this card? 13. So let's find out, because we have underneath that a power of presence, a power struggle, unlock your potential and your authenticity. Maybe that's why the Fool is in reverse. Because something is trying to block you. Something is blocking you from unlocking. All right, let me just find the book I had. Oh, that's right. I put it up here. All right. Can I see all of it? Yes. You are a conscious creator. How you address the energy in your life determines how it is directed around you. Emotional energy, spiritual entities, and negative energy frequencies have the potential to disrupt your life force, misdirecting your thoughts towards lower vibrational actions such as addictions, mental and emotional instability, and other non-loving pathways filled with self-sabotage and critical judgment. And I wonder if maybe perhaps to some of you, it's narcissism that you need to, a different kind of self-love that lacks empathy for others. Perhaps that's what needs to be released, because the Six of Wands can also be about you feeling like you're higher than everybody else and you're better than everybody else. But let's keep reading. Forever in a deep state of awareness and tranquility, Lord Shiva is held as a supreme being and is depicted in two poses. Meditation and dance. I like it. The divine masculine is carried by Lord Shiva as his power and presence encompass a love of all life, choosing to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Known for rescuing other gods and spiritual beings by agreeing to swallow the blue poison. And there's a word here, hale hala, possibly. H-A-L-A with an accent over it, H-A-L-A. He was able to save all living beings and bring order to the world. Any state of fear will weaken your auric fields, which is this energy right here, fear. So the Seven of Wands is the opposite of your energy field being weakened. It's actually, you know, your energy is strong. So you're in a position, a good position to fight for what you want, or fend off or stand strong against that type of energy. Making it more challenging to keep attachments away and to keep control of your energy. Lord Shiva asks you to address any parasitic connections or energy attachments that have been draining your vitality, influencing and interrupting thought processes. Ascension Master Lord Shiva holds the power of destruction and creation within his grasp, suggesting that you regain control over your own energy exchanges and remove energetic ties that are consuming your life in a negative way, reducing spiritual manipulation. Dance and body movement will lighten your heart to let go and free yourself from old restrictions. Holding on to anger is swallowing poison. Wow. Be at peace with your demons. Ascension Master Lord Shiva. Holy Krishna. Sacred crystal is Shungite. Shungite. Affirmation: I remove imbalanced energy with ease. I am secure and I am safe. Very interesting. It's like almost like this new beginning, this new journey is on hold until you release yourself. Once you release yourself from this energy, you'll be the Seven of Staffs. You can't be touched. You're going to be powerful. You're going to, and that's 6 and 7. This is your energy. This is fire energy. And the Empress is moon energy as well. Even though it's Venus, the Empress represents Venus, like she's very in, the moon is represents her connection to the divine feminine, her intuition, her ability to be a master manifester, to and all her other gifts and talents is there's a victory. You are more powerful than you know, and this is the time for you to assert your power and disconnect from this energy, to face your fears, because the Six of Wands again is this card of victory, and that's you. And self-love is the vehicle. But we have this, it's time to put it to rest. It's time for you to learn. The Page of Staffs, you know, this creative energy messages, a message about something exciting coming in, some kind of exciting news that's going to make you fire you up, make you feel positive, make you feel great. Maybe even about something that you want to create. But the Four of Swords is about putting pain from the past to rest so that you can move forward and enjoy your life, not hindered by the past. So that you can learn to trust again, so you can learn to trust yourself and your wisdom and your divine guidance. Whatever this energy is that happened from the past that's creating imbalance, it's time for you to trust yourself. I mean, you got the Moon here, the King of Swords, and Justice. Trust that you'll make the right decision for yourself. Trust your wisdom. And it's Four of Swords can be a card. I don't think it's a card of a message news coming in about someone passing away. because it's with the Page of Staffs, but it's also a card of getting rest, physical rest, so that your mind is revitalized. So I don't know how that translates. I mean, because it's a collective reading, so it could translate. It could be a message coming in too, or, you know, just trusting yourself and your wisdom puts your mind to rest, teaches you to put your mind to rest. It teaches you to quiet those thoughts of self-doubt, which are keeping you from creating new experiences and being inspired and passionate and excited about life. Fire energy is this is you, this Page of Wands. This is you learning to trust yourself and your wisdom again. Great read, Leo. 40 minutes. Whoa, I didn't mean for it to be that long. But there's a new beginning, a new journey of freedom and connection to the universe. And because this card is about faith. It's about faith in yourself and your abilities as you start a new journey, and whatever lies ahead, whatever challenges or struggles, you have an open heart, you have faith in yourself, your eyes are to the sky, you have faith in the universe, and you're co-creating and working in tandem. And no matter what happens, you know you'll get through it, and this too shall pass. And it's upside down. So this is waiting. This is on hold. I don't think this is about you being reckless or, I mean, making poor decisions or jumping before you look, leaping before you look kind of energy, or a closed heart, or not. It could be, you know, this is you not having belief or faith and trust in yourself or the universe, and it's because you need to break free from this energy. You need to fight this energy off and take care of yourself. Return to, I mean, because the Empress believes in herself. The Empress knows who she is. She knows her power. She knows her strength. She knows her gift. She knows her connection to the universe. She knows abundance is everywhere. She knows she can manifest. She knows to take care of herself. Grace and beauty and self-care and self-nourishment. It's there, but you have to release this energy of self-doubt, of self-belief, of a lack of fear, of having, you know, trust in yourself, because that's what's stopping you from the new journey, the new beginning. But you're going to manifest, something is going to work out. You're going to manifest balanced scales, justice. You're going to make the right decision for yourself, because you're going to follow your intuition. You're going to trust your intuition. You're going to trust the universe. Right now you don't trust the universe, and it's because of this. And some of you may, and this is just confirmation that you're right where you're supposed to be. But then you have the King of Swords. This is you trusting yourself and your wisdom, and putting all these negative thoughts, this old energy from the past, to rest. So you can learn and grow and be full of passion and creativity and excitement and create new experiences. All right, Leo. See you on the full moon. Talk to you on the full moon. Have a great couple weeks.